What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Activism, aka Cal, here with another video on the channel. And I actually planned on recording this video yesterday, and then I was going to post it today. So this video is probably either coming out the day after that other video or 2 days after. But I digress. Yeah. So I've been really in my bag with these random games, and there's this game called Still Weathered. It's been popping up on this website I usually use to download the games like this from, and I thought it looked interesting. And the main reason I haven't not that. What am I talking about? The reason that this white bar is above the screen is because if I go full screen, y'all will not be able to see it. Like last time I tried to show y'all niggas an example, then the whole shit crashed and my stream crashed. So I'm not doing that shit again. I don't know why this nigga looking at me like he about to do something, but get into this. Start. This is a work of fiction. The resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. This game contains depictions of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. I don't know if I want my face cam right here. Actually, I just make it a little small. This shit large. Because I don't want to see me that bad. Oh, in my bag. I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. Calm down. If we can just talk it out. So many strange things keep happening one after another. Every day there's this damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but I check every faucet, every ceiling, everything, and still I hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ear. Please listen to me. Oh, but the water, that damn water. Water? Yes, it's everywhere. Pools of it are all over the house, and every time I try to mop it all up, another will appear. There's no end to it. But it's at night. It's at night when it comes. What are you talking about? I hear someone or something walking along the hallways at night. Maybe it's just my grandfather. No, Nina. It's not him. I thought it was, but it's not. But I've seen it! That thing! I only glimpsed at it once, but I'm more than certain that thing was not your grandfather. Ever since that night, I would lock my door and pray it would walk past my room. I don't know what's going on, but where it just keeps walking. Always walking on pools of water. Sometimes I hear them randomly. Their steps are erratic and faint, but I still hear them. Just this steady pace up and down the halls. But I think recently, it's no longer like that. What do you mean? Every morning, I follow to see where the wet footprints lead. It walks towards something more clearly than before. I would walk down the halls, climb the stairs, and turn corners, all of it. I'd follow. Eventually, the trail would come to a stop. And it would all stop right by your grandfather's room. His room? If this is some sick joke to scare me away, then please stop. It's not a joke, Nina! I meant when I said that there's something wicked going on in this house. That can't be true. I know this is a lot, but you have to believe me. I can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. It's okay. I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather up until now. And I'm sorry for all the stress I've caused you. I'll be sure to pay you right away, as soon as I... Nina, listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but The woman on the phone cautiously looks around, turning her head constantly back and forth, looking over her shoulder to find if any others listening. She grips the phone so close to her ear in a vice-like grip before speaking again in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking in this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave this place. Leave? I can't just leave everything behind. We have nowhere else to go. Please, Nina. This place is not safe. The rumors, they're true. The curse is real. My family is not cursed! But Nina, at this rate, you and your family will... Enough! A pause. Holding sharp, tense and strains the call as both women exhausted and stressed beyond their control tried to stifle their growing frustration towards one another. Neither yielding to the other's thoughts, only leaving anger and hurt to fester through the silence. After what feels like a suffocating stillness, Nina finally sighs heavily and responds bluntly to the caretaker. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw, but I can't just leave things like this. Whoever or whatever they are, they will answer to me. I won't let them have their way. I don't have time wasting my energy on this stupid curse. So if you can't help me, then so be it. I'll find a way. Nina, my grandfather is all I have left. He is all I have left. Oh, there's that nigga. Dinner at 7 a.m. Okay. A little bit of a strain on my voice from the make a female voice. Amid the foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. He drinks black coffee, but depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. Today, it was just black coffee. Okay, what type of voice should I give him? You know, I'm gonna go for like a Spike Spiegel, Cowboy Bebop type vibe. You know, chill, anime. You know what I mean? Guy voices are way easier to do because like it doesn't put a strain on my throat to make my voice deeper compared to higher. So, where I've seen that amount of paperwork in my like, I swear, I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. A freaking mountain worth of it. You're a valuable member of our team, Hugo. My foot. I'm starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining their agency. You know, I'm gonna just use my voice for this one. Hugo Lauren, age 30, takes a good look at his cup of joe and chugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. What the fuck am I talking about? I really need to find a different job. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything and nothing. Even if it disappears, it always leaves behind traces, proof of the remainder. Even in a quaint little town like this, I can't even run from my fate, I guess. Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clippings he put together. It has a big-ass notebook. Some of them from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines of missing person cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at. Fixating case after case, he can't help but remind himself that there is a reason for all of this. And all too personal reasons. Seeing strange things comes with a price. In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself. Sounds rough. Mind if I join you? Kuya? An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the one responsible along with him. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him. He then gathers the files and shoves it back into the binder. Ain't no way this nigga on the right is detective. This nigga look like a normal ass dude for it. And he black. How you black with your hair texture like that? Maybe he Indian. Meanwhile, the tall man takes it as an initiative and sits at the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waitress passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. Is that supposed to be important? Like, why you put that shit in all caps? As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup and the now jumbled newspaper clipping. All the while, Hugo is trying to ignore. You really should eat something with that black coffee. Not ordering any donuts today? I'm fine, Noah. Just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little? There's a momentary silence between them before Noah disturbs it once more. Well, too bad for you. I ordered the big breakfast for the two of us. Two? As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline, the food arrives. That shit look good as fuck! Ah! All I ate since I woke up was like a cheeseburger and Pop-Tarts. Nigga. Shit! Yeah, you see that motherfucking sausage link? Motherfucking fried eggs, nigga, the motherfucking bacon. You pancakes look phenomenal. You see them little potatoes, fried potatoes, man. Oh my god, I fucked this plate up. Why the hell did you order for the two of us? Okay, first off, you can say thank you. I know you ain't in the eating mood, but nigga, even if I wasn't hungry, nigga brought this shit out, I'm eating it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna eat it. Like, that's just me personally. Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about it. Wow, Mukhang Masarap. Right, Hugo? Are you even listening to me? Come on. We both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will, and I will not be, and I will, and I'm, oh my fucking god. It's been so long since I read like this. Give me a second. It's the glasses. They supposed to make me smarter, but they made me stupider, I promise. Okay. Lock it. Come on. We both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will, and I'm not about to let you faint again. Fuck, I still messed up. So open wide. Noah De Leon, age 27, natural born charmer, is also the only person in the world who lovingly threatens me to eat every day. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats the generous spoonful without further complaints. It's good. Right? Good food will always help cheer you up. Him. Got swept away again. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it will be for a couple of days. When did she tell you this? I didn't hear anything about it. Yesterday, I think. Yesterday? She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about a business trip. I guess it was pretty sudden. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And lucky me, I know where you go every morning. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. But what do you want to do? We technically have a day off. I'm going to head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get a chance to sort out. In that case, I'll come with you. Why? You could just rest for the day. Pass up this opportunity to get to know you better, Kuya? Maybe. After their enlightening banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and head to Hugo's car. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping inside. The big dog stirs at the sound of the car opening and lazily stares at Noah. Ah, I'm sorry, big guy. He then closes the door while trying not to make too much noise to disturb his occupant. Like, this dog, I don't know, I wouldn't mind having a dog like this. This dog looks chill as fuck. But not just that though, like, how the fuck this nigga got here? Like, Noah is what I'm talking about. Technically, he's this way. Like, he's on the right. Y'all see him, but he's like, never mind. But how the fuck did he get here? You know? Because, like, nigga, you walked here to tell me this information, or did you, like... I'm just confused, because, like, ain't no way he just walked to this restaurant. Like, where's your car at if you hop into my passenger seat? I digress. It don't matter. Colby. Aww. Yeah, I need a dog like that. I need a dog. I need a pet in general at this point. At the sound of his name, his heavy-lidded eyes slowly peep to see who calls for him. It is his one and only partner, his human. As if finally realizing who he is or where he is, the old bloodhound stirs up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to whack his tail uncontrollably. Good morning again, Colby. Have a nice nap. Colby, 8 years old, Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is witnessing all of this from the back seat, chuckles to himself. He's amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy. Ha! It doesn't matter. Oh, fuck. I accidentally skipped it. I assumed it was about him, like, dog. So this is 50 minutes after we ate breakfast. At the agency now. The three head back to the office. The space is just the same as Hugo left it. Decent organized mess. To his credit for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. I'm thinking about changing this angle, actually. Wow, you really outdid yourself, Hugo. It looks less crowded. Shut it, will you? Said I was going to get to it. Thanks, boy. Before Hugo could continue to give deserved head pats, he noticed someone. A woman stands timidly peering outside from the storefront. She looks a bit frantic and even more restless with her disheveled and ill-fitted clothing, drawing emphasis to her already too visible petite frame. The woman tries to grasp the door handle several times but stops before she can touch it. Her brows furrow, agitated and distressed about something. Can you show us this woman, my nigga? Like, so much to the point it's preventing her from just simply reaching out for help. However, when she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. Okay. She looked kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sorry. I know that the clothes sign is up, but I saw you come in and Are you alright, miss? I need your help. My grandfather, Before she can continue explaining, Noah swiftly cuts in front of Hugo and intervenes, in an all too practiced manner. It's okay, miss. We hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you sit right over there? Noah gestures to one of the empty seats at the other side of the office. The woman hesitates for a moment. She clutches desperately to the strap of her purse, her eyes focusing apprehensively on them, and at a gestured seat. After mulling over Noah's offer, she quickly glances back and nods. The woman then walks towards the corner of the room and sits at the edge of the sofa. Her posture is weary and tense, giving no sign of comfort for even this brief moment of peace. Can you start off by telling us your name? This is, she had an N in her name. Damn. Nora? Nella? I apologize for earlier. I'm usually a bit more composed than this, but I guess I'm failing at that too. Nina. Okay. I had the right idea. This is not a good light on me. Oh, I'm gonna just brighten this bitch up. My name is Nina Mortimer. Hello, Miss Nina. My name... Wait. Hello, Miss Nina. My name is Noah De Leon. I am one of the assistants here. I'm gonna give him the Spanish accent. Because I don't know why I was giving him the country one, but I'm gonna give him the Spanish one now. Because he keeps on saying his name. Like, that big guy next to you is our other lovely assistant, Colby. The one brooding over here is Private Investigator Hugo Lawrence. I'm not brooding, I'm just tired. And our chief is away on business. I think we can still accommodate you. So how can we help, Miss Nina? For just a moment, Nina appeared a bit more lax, more hopeful, maybe even relieved from this warm welcome. She looked the exact same to me, but I don't know. However, she once again tenses up. The guilt and shame comes rushing back to her, visible by the crease. Okay, visible through me all. I'm focused too much. Creases on her brow as she once again realizes why she's there. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Tonight? Yes, this is a strange request, but my hands are tied with this. It has to be tonight. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't quite understand. Is your grandfather in any danger? I think someone is trying to take him away. Take him? Miss Nina, I think you should contact the police right away. They are far more equipped at handling this kind of situation. No, they're not! I've tried requesting their help, but they've given me the same answer verbatim for weeks now. It would send someone out to watch over the manor for the entire day, but by the end of the routine, they will always report back nothing unusual. They saw no one else leaving or arriving at the house other than me or the caretaker. And despite telling them all in detail about the letters and all the strange things that's been happening, there was nothing they can do about it, but just sit around until it escalates even more. I can't wait any longer. Any more than this, then it'll all be too late. If only I knew who Louise was. Louise. She let out a gasp. Her hand shot out to cover her mouth, realizing she had said too much so carelessly. She tries to avert their gaze, but Hugo stares persistently at her. Miss Nina, who is Louise? Are they the ones causing all of this? Once more, she contemplates her brows. Contemplates her brows knit closely together as she bites her lips nervously. It's as if the words she wants to say have suddenly died out too heavy to even utter. A mistake, she can't take that. Before the silence gushes further, Noah speaks to Nina with a gentle and reassuring tone. Miss Nina, I know it's scary. All of the things you mentioned to us so far, no one should ever have to experience, especially by themselves. And I assure you, we'll listen to all of it. I promise. Wild and manic eyes search deeply at them, trying desperately to discern any doubt or mistrust on their faces. However, all she sees are people who are willing to give their time to simply listen to her. That's all people really be needing sometimes, too. Niggas don't need, sometimes people just need you there to listen. Sometimes people just need to feel like they're heard and believed, nigga. That's all she... Hold up, I ain't know that this shit had animations on it. Am I tripping or did she just blink? She did blink. I ain't... Okay, shit. I ain't even know that. I guess I was reading too fast. You know me. You know me, D1 reader. Oh, bro. However, all she sees are people who are willing to give their time to simply listen to her. To actually help her. And this alone, Nina looks to the side where her purse is and opens it. Tucked inside within the pocket, she takes out a single slightly crumpled envelope with a pigmented red wax seal pressed in the middle. At a glance, Hugo can tell right away that this letter appears to be a bit more worn out and intimate. And yet, despite its delicate form, it remains well preserved, well kept. It's as if the leather itself was untouched by time, forever waiting to be opened. Grandfather has been receiving cryptic letters for the past month now. The letters didn't come with an address or the name of the sender.
Nina, but this one is different from the rest.
What the fuck is that?
Self-voicing disabled.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This had the names Louise. This has the name Louise on it. As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hand slightly shaking. He is still avoiding his gaze, but he knows she is trying in earnest. But before he could reach out his hand, he senses it. A faint shift in the room, unnoticeable to the others, but all too glaringly clear to him. There is something very wrong with this letter. Suddenly, Hugo recoils his hand away in pain, like being struck with something sharp so spontaneously, so memorable that even if the pain disappears within seconds, a hint of it remains. Something so small, akin to a prick from a rose thorn, or more like a paper cut. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. No, I'm fine, Miss Mortimer. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Hugo stares squarely at the cut. A thin red line starts to form slowly by the top of his index finger, trailing down and stopping just above the first crease. They're like, I understand, nigga. Like, it gets to a point with the details. Like, why you gotta tell me, oh, he got a cut right here on his finger? Like, yeah, it's good visually. Like, I can visualize it, but nigga, I don't need to visualize it. You couldn't say he got a cut on his finger. I don't know. A red so clearly visible is taunting. That doesn't look like a normal paper cut to me, Miho. Let me get you a band-aid. Hey, you see me at the shit. It's fine, Noah. I don't need one. But, really, it's fine. It doesn't even hurt that much. Noah takes one good look at him before sighing exasperatedly and sitting back down in his chair, still eyeing on Hugo's hand. Hugo shrugs and returns his attention back to the letters, but this time, luckily, nothing happens. For it to reach all the way out here with just a letter alone, it truly is terrifying. Carefully, he removes the content of the envelope and unfolds it. At first, it looks like any other normal written letter. A person named Louise is asking the other, Henry, to come meet him by the lake at midnight, needing to share something important with him. However, what's eerily striking about this is not the letter itself. Appearing at the bottom of the page, a message scrawled unlike the rest stands visibly out to you. A message that shouldn't beat it. When did you receive this letter? Yesterday? And your grandfather, where is he right now? He's currently back at the house with the caretaker. I promised them I wouldn't be out for too long. I made an agreement with them, you see. Oh, what sort of agreement? The caretaker we have now agreed to watch over my grandfather, but only during the day. Before nightfall, they would leave exactly at the same time. Before nightfall. I wanted to believe that this whole thing was an elaborate scheme to scare my family away. I know this sounds crazy, but at one point I thought everyone was in on it. The mail carriers, the officers, the caretakers. Everyone had a hand at making our family suffer. But this one was different! Up until now, I've never heard of anyone but by that name. Not a relative or family friend. But they clearly know who grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, I'll lose. I'll lose him too. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina begins to break down. The stress, the anxiety, the fatigue, all of it was finally catching up to her. Her body hunches forward, her hands pressed close to her eyes as she tries to cover the stream of tears running down her face. As an act of comfort, Colby sits closer to Nina while Noah fetches tissues for her. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. She said that this whole thing has been going on for the past month, but something doesn't add up. Before nightfall, I think there is more to this she is not admitting. Whatever happened with Leather, I am more than certain. Certain that whoever or whatever Louise is, they're coming for blood. So, if I was a logical black man, I would not take this case. But for entertainment's sake, I will take this case. Nina, I got you. Do you want more tissues? We'll do it. We'll take on your case. For a moment, everything goes still. Their eyes and attention are solely directed at Hugo's, whose eyes have a certain glint to them, now unwavering and more determined than ever. Before anyone else speaks, Nina stands up, wipes away any stray tears from her face, and walks up to him. You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you. Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. I'm glad to help, miss. Nina, please, just call me Nina. Well, Nina, we'll do our best. Nina smiled at Hugo and Noah in gratitude, her eyes renewed with a faint gleam. I hope that maybe things will change for her and her family for the better. However, before heading out, Nina reaches into her bag once more. She takes out a small piece of paper and a pen and hastily starts jotting down something. I best be on my way now. I'll let my grandfather know ahead of time. You'll be coming. Also, this is my address. I'll be sure to greet you all when you arrive. Thank you again, truly. She politely bows to them and walks out of the office, already reaching into her purse for her car keys. Hugo watches from his desk as she goes to open the driver's seat. Nina looks back at the office window and takes one last look at Hugo. She waves slightly at him before finally pulling out of the parking lot and driving off. Once at the site, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered desk. Still messy, but presentable. I guess I'll have to sort these out later again. 5:30 p.m. Car. One going downpour to the quiet hum of the car. They sit in silence. Still, miles off their destination, Hugo constantly checks the rearview mirror to see any passing cars. But it was only them on the road.
Buddha bless this baby.
Mezzo Joestar, thank you for the follow, twin.
Mezzo_Joestar7 is now following.
Appreciate you.
Mezzo_Joestar7 says no sex before marriage.
No sex before marriage. You're a little late in telling me that, twin. I'm not gonna lie. But I'll keep that in mind. I'll remember you said that. You know? But it was only them on the road. Noah, who usually chats his ears off by now, leans quietly against the car door as he looks out to the passing streetlight reserved at and distant. He hasn't said a word to Hugo since they left the office. Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong? Ha! What a surprise. Have you been looking at me, Kuya? No, you idiot. You usually just talk a lot, that's all. So, do you miss me talking? Just say it. Do you believe her story? What? Given all the things she told us, do you think she is telling the truth? Yeah, I believe her, or at least I believe she hasn't lied to us. But, you know, I can't shake this feeling that she is hiding something. Like, if she left out certain details on purpose. Also, why did she have to travel this far out of town for a private eye? Surely there must have been another far closer to her home than ours. I just don't know how to explain it. Unexpectedly, Hugo. Are you making fun of me? No, not at all. I'm just admiring your observations. I didn't want to offend Nina earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. Her last name caught me off guard. Have you heard about the Mortimers? They're a pretty distinguished family that owned a esteemed fishing company. Well, they used to, I believe. They have yet to name it here. What do you mean? Shouldn't it naturally go to Nina? It should, but I don't know. From what I heard, each time they try to name a successor, the relative mysteriously passes or disappears. One without a trace. What? So anyone thought their bodies would soon turn up months after? One without a trace, or so anyone thought their bodies. Okay. And you know what's strange? All of them have been labeled as accidents by local news. No foul play. Just another unfortunate loss for the family. They've been struck with so many tragedies that, over time, began to believe they was cursed or something. Cursed. I think I can understand why she wouldn't go to the police again. She most likely thought she was seeing things and went along with the procedures just to keep face. Deep down, they must have thought she had gone mad. I can't imagine all of this for Nina. And most of all, who knows what we'll find here. Is that why you decided to come with me? Well, partially. I'm more worried about you though. Me? Why? Think of it this way. I'm the appointed driver. When you decided to do some pretty reckless shit, I'll be there to drive you to the local hospital. Besides, two is better than one. Exactly. I was fine with Colby coming with me. What? Have you heard that 3 is better than 2? He ain't wrong. Shit. I forgot Colby was coming with us. This light is way too fucking bright. I'm gonna turn it down one. Just cause this shit is like burning my retinas. Take 2, maybe 3. This shit don't look any less bright. I did. Seems like we made it to the Mortimer's house. So Shorty apparently a rich ass girl. She rich. She got money. Or at least her parents do. Or her parents. I don't know how much family she got. She said that her grandpa's all she has left. So her bloodline's just wealthy. Passing through countless dirt roads and steep cliffs, the estate can finally be seen beyond the evergreen. Nestled away from prying eyes, it stands tall, magnificent, classic. Truly a rarity only afforded to the privileged. And yet, with all of its opulence, it looms from a distance. You want to know if I only gaze at the sheer scale of this man. Its grand stature topples easily over the dozens of houses they drove past. Wow, look at the size of it. I could never imagine seeing a house like this in person. I give up on this voice acting shit. Kind of. Sort of not really. I can't do no Hispanic accent. It just sounds African. I'm not gonna lie. It's almost too surreal. Come on, she's waiting for us. Immediately. Immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain weighs heavily on Hugo's chest. Grasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His vision hazy as he leans close to the cars, trying desperately to ground himself. Like a fish drawn out of the sea, he desperately heaves. The air in his lungs escaping too quickly, burning as he feels his throat start to strain, drawing tighter to the more he breathes. This pain pales in comparison to the feeling far more excruciating. Is it the house? No. Something far more sinister. He feels someone is watching him. Piercing gaze fixed on him like leering at a bug and waiting to strike. What the hell? Damn it already. Need to hurry or else. Hey, you alright? One calls out to him, snapping him out of his fixated trance. Colby nudges his head against Hugo, whining with concern over his partner's well-being. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? That voice. It was so close to my ear, Is everything alright? Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me. I'm just a bit winded out from the trip, that's all. I'd be happy. Excuse me. I'd be happy to make you tea at the very least. It's no trouble. No, not at all. It's the least I can do. Once again, the subtle uneasiness from needing the surfaces. Before Hugo could get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're alright? It sounded like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're already here. We can't back out now. Listen to me. I think you should. Noah abruptly cuts his electric short as he notices Nina stopping by the front door. She stands by the door silently contemplating something. It's just like before, but this time she seems even more anxious. Whatever unease she tries to mask earlier became more apparent the minute they walked closer to the front door. I haven't been quite honest with you, Detective. It's like before, as if carefully choosing her next words, she decides that in this situation, words are not enough. You'll see for yourselves what I mean. With that, Nina enters the house, leaving the three to follow behind. Hugo is about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let me know right away. You'll be the first to know. With that, Noah releases his grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door. I ain't gonna lie, Hugo and Noah got some gay shit going on. Or at least Noah. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but that's just not my peep. Real flirtatious energy, you know? At least from Noah's side. Greeted with a bitingly lit hallway, Hugo notices immediately that the interior is just as grand. Adorned with floral accents and antique furnishing, the house itself excludes the royal elegance. Classic and rustic charm with the wall and flooring made from the finest wood. Hugo couldn't help but gape when he walked in. He just spread his shit, okay. Whatever. However, he notices something even more distinct than splendor. Behind the seemingly perfect veneer, an unsettling air reaches throughout the house, leaving no room for doubt that the inside is far more terrifying than the outside. Please, come this way. Bracing themselves, they enter the dimly lit drawing room. At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner. Only the sparse lighting from the window pierces through a fraction of the room's darkness. However, as approached closer to the silhouette, Hugo now understands the reason for all of Nina's unsettling vagueness. Grandfather, we have guests. Why your grandfather looks so fucking young? Sitting on the armchair is a very young man, not much older than Hugo or Noah. He is dressed modestly and shares none of the imposing presence of the manor. No, rather, such luxury does not even remotely reflect on the man before them at all. It's as if the flow of time had stopped only for him, while the rest had continued changing drastically without him. It's like the leather, timeless, delicate, and jarringly out of place. Staring only at the window, the young people sit there dazed with little acknowledgement of the people around them. Still motionless, like a doll. Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. It's Detective Laurent and his two assistants, Colby and Noah. They're going to help us. Even after her introducing him to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them. And yet, here he remains forever unchanging, forever young. They've come a long way, so I'll be making some tea. Would you also like some, Grandpa? He does not reply back, nor does he glance at Nina or anyone else in the room. Only fixates his gaze on the rain and nothing else. His eyes are fucking bloodshot green. That should be considered like puke shot green. I'll be sure to make a cup for you too. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to the foyer. Very more questions, the two follow Nina outside. Before they leave the drawing room, Hugo takes one last look at the young man. There's an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes are similar to his own. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will never end well. I'm gonna stop right here for right now. Alright, YouTube. I'm back. I'm not gonna hold y'all niggas. It took me like I took a nap for the rest of the day, came back next day. So this is like a day or two after. And the save I did last time did not even work, so I don't know if I'm exactly at the part I was before I ended the last video. But I had to click through a bunch of it. And I'm pretty much back to the general area I was at before I ended. I gotta make this quick though, because I do have a date with fine shit, so yeah. Might not wear this shirt though. You know, it's hot as fuck, so. But yeah, let's lock in. Nina, that man. Yes, he's my grandfather, the one I asked you all to watch over. I know this is hard to believe, but Nina draws something out from her pocket. It's an old picture of a handsome man with slick back hair, wearing the finest of suits. The gentleman in the picture has a different air to him, one of wealth and power, none of which reflects at all on the current Henry Mortimer. It's almost as if looking at two different people. This isn't much to go by, but believe me, they are the same person. And why does he... Wait. I'm gonna go back to country accent for him, Loki. Then why does he look so young? It happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of water when I heard a loud thud coming from my grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him, but when I did, he looked so different. He wore the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night. And his face, I recognized his face. He looked younger. So many things were rushing through my head at the moment, yet I knew he felt familiar to me. I know it sounds bizarre the more I talk about it, but that's what happened. This was also the same night I found that letter. It was next to him, already open. Sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. With everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the letters, Louise, and now this. I've been ignoring the signs for years and just blindly hoping things can get better if I try finding solutions on my own. But that's not enough anymore. Maybe my family really is cursed. No, they're not. Curses aren't real. Detective? I think we easily get too involved in believing that sort of thing exists. In truth, the ones who fixate on it make it their reality. Rumors, doubts, lies, all of those things are what they want to become real. Deep-rooted emotions like that can't possibly be healed or fixed right away. They're like a curse. Those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you were caught up in all of this. But I assure you, we'll see this through. For you and Mr. Mortimer. Thank you. Good. Now, our first priority is to find out more about Louise. Nina, that letter you showed us back at the agency, do you have it with you? Uh, yes, it's here. You mind if I borrow it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back. Of course, but what are you going to do with it? I searched everything on that letter and I still couldn't come up with clues. Ah, I'll be using it as a reference or a guide, if you will. I'm afraid I can't discuss too much of the process, trade secret and all. Ah, of course. I'll check upstairs, Noah. You and Kobe check the ground floor. Got it. Before they leave to do their own investigators, Hugo grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder. He leans in close enough for Nina to not hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina. Especially Nina. I don't want her to be dragged any more than she already is. So whatever happens, keep her safe. Hugo, you... Fine, but remember, yell for me, okay? I know. Thank you, Noah. Counting on you. You too, boy. With a final nod at them, Hugo then goes towards the staircase and heads upstairs. Noah stares for a moment longer at Hugo's back before he disappears into the first floor. He then turns to look at Colby. Wait, what the fuck was on that letter though? Like, my nigga, if us opening that letter and reading that shit made Grandpa younger, would that just make people that's our age turn into babies or some shit? I don't know. Well, it's time we get to work. Right, Colby? Let's investigate. The objective is to look around the area for objects to proceed the story. Use the arrows or the arrow keys to move to a different area. Outline will appear on clickable objects. Top right is the hint button. Click it with highlights and object you missed. And Colby right here. Mr. Mortimer. Oh, I'm playing as Noah. Mr. Mortimer still sits motionless by the corner of the room. His gaze never leaving the rain. All these pictures are covered up. Why are they covered up though? A large bookshelf stands close to the entranceway. It contains a couple of photo albums and a few phone books. A delicate arrangement of violets and white roses. This would be fresh and fairly new. The old rotary dial telephone. Looks like it's still in good use. These niggas not even searching for real, like open drawers or some shit. Come on, bro. Did I get it? Could have sworn I hovered over this. Frames decorating the walls are covered in white sheets, veiled with the thin lighting and dust on top of each. I noticed that too. But yeah, okay. Wow, there are so many paintings covering the walls. Are there more like this all over the house? Yes, my grandfather commissioned many back in the day, but sadly he doesn't do that anymore. Nina, I can't help but notice the pages are covered. How come? I did that. I covered them up for my grandfather's sake. For his sake. Yeah, he was pretty obsessed with them, you see. There were times when he would mutter to himself and would just stare at the paintings for days on end. It worried me so much that I had to cover them all. Since then, he hasn't stared at any of them. He just sits quietly looking outside. I see. About the paintings, I also noticed they all have a similar theme. They all have weather in them. I know this isn't a coincidence since you told us before, but if there's anything you know, anything at all, then please tell me. You know what? Can I ask you a question first? Uh, sure. Go ahead. Do you believe in mermaids? Mermaids? Uh, I don't suppose I do. Why? Casting her gaze to the floor, Nina anxiously fidgets and tightly clasps her hands together. You're telling me Grandpa got his fucking spirit boom ganked by a siren or a mermaid or some shit? That's crazy. She then briefly sighs and continues. Well, there's this story, or rather, more like a fairy tale that my family has passed down. A fairy tale? Yes, well, it feels like one to me. It was about a fisherman who fell in love with a mermaid. Every day and night he would go out by the shore to gaze at her beauty, but one day she vanished, leaving him confused and heartbroken. Determined he would sail many seas for a chance to see her again. That nigga a fucking simp. Imagine sailing the seas. Like, boats don't even travel that fast either, just to get a glimpse at somebody that you in love with. Well, you in love with her, you're not even with her, which is the crazy part. Chance to see her again. Sailing from coast to coast, new lands beyond and back, he would go. Not long after, fortune followed him all throughout his journey, made him one of the wealthiest and most highly respected in his village. However, despite all the wealth he gained through his travels, he never found the mermaid again. She would only be a dream, nothing more. And that's the end of the story. It doesn't end happily, but I guess there was a lesson behind all of it. I just never understood it. What do you think happened to the mermaid? I know it's an exaggeration, and yet I can't help but wonder. It's hard to say. I just feel bad for both of them. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of sad endings. If it were me, I would wish the fisherman and the mermaid could see each other again. Or at least that's what I think. Even if they weren't meant to be with each other? Yeah, I think so at least. I wouldn't want to imagine going through a journey all by myself. It's hard being alone. Journey all by yourself. After searching, almost got me. Almost got me. After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings would eventually lead from there. This is it. Hugo walks towards the nearest lampshade and switches it on. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish this part of the house is. I wish there was like a way I could zoom this camera out. I feel like this shit way too close to my face. From the customized window drapes to the vintage furnishings. Everything here excludes that extravagance. But much like the interior Hugo has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of. Plastered from wall to wall, a gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is moldering despite its preserved nature. Sit. On the ground. I know I could click that box. I just gotta see what else I can click. Okay. Classic wooden chest lies at the foot of the canopy. Its lock still firmly holds, safeguarding whatever is inside. Okay, 9 notes right here. Atop the fireplace, unblemished and unmarked by time, hangs a curious and familiar painting of a beautiful woman floating on the water. Was the grandpa the nigga that fell in love with the fucking mermaid? An old photo of a lost time, a sweet summertime memory of a little girl with her beloved grandfather. Scattered pieces of paper, all forgotten, lie waiting on the cold floors. Heavily etched markings are found scrawled all over the papers. Wait, nah, I think that's genuinely what it is. The grandpa was the I already kind of picked up on that, but I feel like that's what makes the most sense logically. Pristine pearl white tea set, sits patiently by and untouched and unused for quite some time. A meticulously organized set of academic books, ranging from non-fiction to geography, are all on display. However, hidden away behind a vast collection are some children's fairy tales, all carefully kept. This leather-bound journal rests on the edge of the table. Its pages are all torn out so haphazardly that the binding itself is starting to fall out. Need to hurry. I don't want to stay here for too long. Shit, we need it. He searches and searches, and still there's no signs of Louise. To Hugo, even if there is a fragment to a singular thread to that person, to their real selves, he could find them. But there is nothing. Not one thing pertaining to it. It's as if the thought of Louise barely exists at all. What is going on? I clearly sensed that presence from before, but it's gone again. Damn it! Wish I had more time. No, calm down. It has to be. Just need to focus. He ponders again, retracing every step and every little detail, hoping that he overlooks something. Yet all he knows is that the one tangible thing that connects him, that tethers so closely to this place, and most of all to Henry, is the leather. Oh my god, nigga! Don't even remind me getting hype. I'm just like, the way I'm reading right now, I swear the only reason I was like fucking up so much in the first half of this is because I was tired as fuck. Niggas awake now. Niggas brains on now. Fuck, dude. Who said I can't read, bitch? You said I can't read? Oh, I did. Yeah, you lucky I hit you. You lucky I hit you. I'm trying to be nice right now. I should have hit your ass, nigga. It's like, ooh, nigga, lucky I. Oh, yeah. Keep them reflexes on 10, nigga. Shit, you thought she was asleep right here, nigga? Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, keep watching, nigga. What? Don't click off the video. I see you trying to click off the video. Don't click off the video just because I pressed you. I'm glad you're here, honestly. Keep watching, please. Please. I put please in there. That's not enough. Pretty please. Super pretty please. Thank you. Yeah, all he knows is that the one thing. Okay, I already read that. Verse of promise, of love, all delicacy etched onto a page, but tainted with the powerful and dark emotion that has been festering for too long. Tainted. From the very start of all of this, Hugo believed that whoever Louise was, they were the ones responsible. He thought he could find them and convince them to stop their haunting for good, bring them peace and move on. However, that isn't the case anymore. The unnatural force that binds everyone so closely together in this family is not that the cause of an angry spirit. No, it's something far more devious than that. As he takes the letter out from the envelope, he notices a change within. Bearing no foreboding threat at the bottom of the page, it looks just like a regular letter, or rather, what it once was. A sad and tragic love. If you can't come, then I understand. Things have gotten more complicated with your mother. Wait, okay, it's negative. If you can't come, then I understand. Things have gotten more complicated with your mother ever since she found out about us, right? I'm sorry, Henry, for everything. It hurts to see you so torn up like this. I would never hurt you or drag you along with me. this is to be our farewell, then can I ask you one last favor? Could you keep my locket? I know this is selfish of me, but I'd like for you to have it. I'd be happy to know it's safe with you. My heart will forever be yours, Henry. Love, always. Louise. So this was the true letter. Small warmth emanates from the paper, wrapping closely around his fingers, quiet and soothing. Fragment Hugo was searching for. Louise, I'm sorry. You are also a victim in all of this too. Please, if you can hear me, I need your help. Without warning, the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom, as if something unlocked the cell. Bill turns his head towards the sound and sees the chest. Like the other furniture, its dark and rusty features have not been maintained well. Left to rot on its own. Suddenly he stops at the sound of a voice, a sweet voice whispering to him, beckoning him towards the fireplace. Come here, my dear sweet boy. So he fell in love with a siren, and there's a siren spirit inside the painting. I'm gonna go towards the painting for plot's sake. You know what? Actually, not a quick save, nigga. Just a save. There we go. Let's see what happens. There, mounted by a fireplace, is a painting of a beautiful woman floating on water. Her pale skin is incandescent, brilliantly prominent against the contrast to the dark, murky water that keeps her hidden. Keep her bound to the canvas. Hugo stares intensely at the picture. An empathetic sorrow swells within him. Disarming, his very sensing forcing him to inch closer, surrendering himself to the sweet sun. Poor thing, how lonely you must feel. You are a lot like him. Like Henry. As Hugo approaches closer and closer, the painting in his mind screaming to run, he sees. He can finally see beyond the facade the lady betrays. For what the painting truly is. But don't worry. I can take away that sadness. The formed creature, a mermaid, close above the surface, the voice whispers. Large, hollow eyes stare back, boring deeper into his eyes. Her skin is melting, bleeding heavily. This black ichor as it gushes out from the canvas. Some of it starts to hit not only the floor but at Hugo as well. The black, vicious tar clings persistently onto him, unrelentless as they continue to pile up. Then he feels it. What drew him initially to this day. Deep sense of longing rushes through him, snuffing out what little control he had left. Finally embracing this nature. Come home. Take my hand. Without hesitation, Hugo reaches out his hand while his body leans in closer to the mermaid. She grabs and pulls him in. Not once looking back, he dives and follows after her, turning to nothing. Batting beyond the painting. So glad I saved. Shit, so glad I saved. Don't go to that bitch. Do not go to the painting, nigga. Hell nah. That's the black decision. I would have did that originally. I just want to see what happened with the other one. No. Stay focused, Hugo. Oh, wait, no. No! Stay focused, Hugo. I won't let it get to me. Preparing himself, he heads towards the chest and opens it. Sides scrambled together are bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Young man found dead by lake. An unidentified young man was found on the morning of XXXXXXXX, 3 days prior to his death, according to the police. Ruled as a suicide, police have claimed that the troubled youth drowned himself. This certainly is a tragic loss, an unfortunate event indeed. XXX comments. No claim of his body has been made yet. Louise. The corner of Hugo's eyes, he spots a bright glint buried beneath the clutter. Reaches for it. A locket of brilliant gold shines, unblemished, retaining a timeless luster. Inside it safeguards a picture of a young man with glasses smiling brightly. This must be the locket that he was talking about. So pretty. I'm surprised it still shines like this. In this picture. Did you put this here? No, it might not have been Henry. Or it might have been Henry. Why would he store it away like this? What should I do? Well, I'm saving every time they give me a decision, nigga. I ain't selling. Oh, bro. Hold up. This game might be a little cursed for real. I thought I heard something downstairs. Anyways, taking it. I should probably hold on to this for now. Take it to her, please. Louise? Gentle but distant plea echoes in Hugo's heart. Forgotten ache of yearning and regret grips him deeply. Will not of his own start to. I swear I'm not tripping. Might have early stages of schizophrenia. I'm not gonna lie. Feelings not of his own start to rise like small ripples in the pond. Once you be found again and remembered. Don't worry, I'll bring it to him. I'll make sure of it. Hugo is about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet and cold sensation crawling in his stomach. What? Water? Pool of water relentlessly spreads across the floor, already seeping into the chest. Damn it, no! Suddenly the light shut off. A scream is heard, followed by a myriad of sounds, or shouts. Hugo is about to call out to Noah, but stops at the sight of pale feet before him. Leaning over him stands a tall and ominous figure. His face is shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of any human emotion. It appears as a young man, but Hugo knows what it is that it is far from him. Not this very thing is trying to imitate him. Trying to be him. Hugo can only stare back. This nigga got some grippers on him. Shit. Paralyzed with fear, he is forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps towards him. It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within. You ain't gonna show us the nigga face? Alright. But this time, he's drawing nearer, pinching him ever so closely. Words cause Colby or Noah fail to reach out. Lodged in his throat, he struggles in pain. With his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. Then it stops. Looking down at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt, it speaks. Don't get in my way. All of a sudden, the doors to the bedroom slam shut and the entity disappears. Tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip and he gasps desperately for air. His vision blurs and his breathing is haggard. He staggered towards the door. He yanks at the handle several times, but it's tightly jammed. Fuck! Noah! Colby! To his dismay, he is only greeted with silence at the other end of the door. Damn it! From a distance, he finally hears the sound of Colby relentless barking as he gets further away from the house. Hugo rushes towards the window, tries to pry it open, but just like the door, a heavy force prevents him from doing so. Like being underwater. His movement is slow and drawn out, as if being dragged down by that thing. Fuck this! Frantically looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. Without a moment sooner, Hugo grabs the chair and starts to strike the window. Bit by bit, the window crack get larger with each blow, splintering splitting off smaller pieces. What the hell is this thing made out of? Still trying to catch his breath, he musters all the strength he has left for a final blow. Damn you! Just break already! Clearing out the remaining glass shards, Hugo peers his head out to see any railing he can grab onto. However, he discovers instead that the wall adjacent is covered in ivy. Despite how heavy the rain was, drastically becomes, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of the vines. Carefully climbs out the window, gripping tightly and making sure he doesn't lose his footing. Yet, to his luck, the patch of vines he clutches starts to tear away from the wall. Out of desperation, he struggles to find his grip on another, but fails when his hand slips out of reach. Shit! Clamoring wildly as he loses grip on the ivy, he crash lands down into a thicket of bushes. Air force out of him, he is uncontrollably trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious, and immense pain spreads across not only his back, but his entire body. God, I'm getting too old for this. Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up. There's still time. I can do this. I have to do this. With staggering feet and haggard breathing, he makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake where this tragedy starts and ends. Lake? Finally, entering through the park, Hugo calls out to Colby and Noah. Colby! Noah! Where are you? He hears faintly the sounds of barking and echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echoes, guiding him through the downpour. His heart racing and blood rushing to his head, he finds his way to that lake. Drawing closer, he sees Nina giving chase to her grandfather. Fortunately, she doesn't get too far as Noah stops her. Grandpa, stop! Grandpa! Let me go. My grandpa, he's... No, Nina, it's dangerous. You'll get hurt too. I don't care. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. It's an instant. Hugo trudges against the water, pursuing Nina's steed. Hugo. No, don't. Please fall deaf to his ears. Not even the wise and worried cries of his partner can make it turn back. Determined, he forges ahead. Nearing the deep end of the lake, he sees Henry Mortimer gazing directly at the abyss. He looks even more frail and disheveled than before. It's as if all the lives he's lived up until this point has begun to fray, draining every ounce of himself, and surrendering it all to the lake. Before Henry can lead in, Hugo's reach out and tugs at his arm. Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing is waiting for you down there, so please come back to the shore with me. Motionless and unresponsive, he stares deep into the water. The haze over his eyes is still obscure and persistent. There are so many things we cannot afford to lose in our lives. And you're one of them. Nina, you're all she has left. She needs you, Mr. Mortimer. Hugo felt a slight jolt from Henry's arm, as if it's stirred by the mention of Nina. He slowly turns to face Hugo. Nina. However, just as cruel and violent as the storm, Henry jerks back, wrenching his arms away from Hugo's hold on him. No. All of this is my fault. Why am I still doing country? Hold up. No, all of this is my fault. If only I got to Louise sooner, then none of this would have happened. He was waiting for me, was patient with me, and yet for all the things he's done, I chose my family over him. He's gone because I didn't pick him. Henry backs further away from the shoreline. Mr. Mortimer, his manic eyes never straying away from Hugo as he keeps his distance from him. Louise, I'm Star, I was the one who dragged you into this. You deserve so much more. And I wished. Henry struggles over his words. He clasped tightly to his shirt, his throat dry and taut from all that he bottled up. From all that, those repressed and silent years of just waiting. Waiting for this curse to finally take him. I wish I had gone with you that night, news. Sir, even if you still covet that wish, it wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Louise. I read what he wrote to you those years ago. He understood if you didn't want to come see him. But the thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Louise never thought anything less of you. He said so in his letter to you. His letters. For the longest time, I wanted to believe he hated me for that. Sent to me for that choice. At least I thought it was easier for me to think that way. How long has it been since I talked to him? It's been too long, sir. That's why you don't have to shoulder all of this pain by yourself anymore. You can talk about it. About you. And Louise. Imagine I'm putting like my hand on his shoulder, you know? All of it. Together. Oh, his eyes not green no more. Hold up. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise. Promise that Henry has yearned for so long. A way to forgive himself. He hesitates at first. What fool believes in observed forgiveness? Such a thing doesn't exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out to him. To a stranger. Maybe he can be forgiven. Just as he was about to reach out for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry's instead. His arms unnaturally comfort around him, or contort around him while his head perches on his shoulder. This thing, this Louise is no longer pretending to be human. Piercing cold green eyes, it glares directly at Hugo, mocking him, cursing him, wishing nothing but despair. We can be saved. We can be forgiven. There is only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappeared into the water. Mr. Mortimer! Without hearing this anguished cries and despair, please, Hugo dives in after him. Come on, Hugo! Hugo, that nigga. This nigga really dedicated to the motherfucking case, nigga. Shit. Into the abyss. Plunging into icy waters, Hugo feels shock running rampant through his body. Like spikes continuously piercing from his legs to the tips of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding. His chest tightens and his heart races and he begins to kick his legs, hoping whichever he says he goes, he'll find his way to Henry. Swimming deeper and deeper, and he sees faintly a figure slowly descending into the darkness. Y'all hear it? Y'all hear the reading? Come on. As he finally gets closer to Henry, looks snake-like arms stretch across the boy and grabs Hugo's neck. Wait, what? Hold up. Why are you choking me? Violently squeezing all the air out of him. He tries desperately to wrench his hands away. But with each struggle, Hugo's movement begins to weigh heavier and heavier. Louise! Where are you, Louise? Just looking for Louise? Digging deep into his coat pocket, he grasps tightly in his hand, the locket that Henry kept and had long forgotten, holding it out as it shines ever so bright in the dark. Oh, I was supposed to click it, my fault. I didn't know those was dots. I thought, yeah. Ah, here you are. He releases his grips on Hugo and instead reaches out for the locket. Taking this as a chance, he drops the chain and kicks with all his might to grab Henry's arm. With his heart and body screaming in pain, he swims desperately so to the surface. Almost there. I just have to. As the light from the surface begins to blur, Hugo makes one last attempt to reach for him. His limbs worn out as his energy spent. This is all he can do. No way nobody let me go down like this. Before he loses his consciousness, he notices a figure swimming towards him, getting closer and closer. Then everything fades to black. I gotta take the glasses off for this. Drifting along with what feels like is an endless sea. Hugo pushes through wave after wave, not knowing where he's going or caring for the matter. All he knows is that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since he had a good night's rest? It's been so long. Maybe I should have that rest. I like that so much. I agree that you deserve it, but not here. I'm sorry for startling you. I just wanted to see you one last time before I go. Louise? You've done so much for me and Henry. I can't thank you enough. No worries. I want to thank you too for watching over me. Also, I want to apologize for my remarks from before. I really thought that I had things figured out once I found you. You know how that turned out for me, so... It's alright. Really. After all this time, I didn't think anyone could hear me. Especially Henry. Louise. I was worried about him for a long time. He always wanted to keep me away from his personal struggles. Keep me safe from him. I was too stubborn for my own good. Honestly, I don't regret it. Anyway, even if I could no longer reach out to him, fate leads threads back to you, our tangent connecting us once more to this very moment. And for that, I am forever grateful to you, Hugo. You're welcome, Louise. From a far-off distance, Hugo hears a voice crying out to him, beckoning for him to return. Wow, they're waiting for you. Guess they really are, huh? Take care always, Hugo. You too, Louise. Late. With his eyes closed and his senses still returning, he feels the constant tugs and licks of a certain bloodhound. Whining as he tries to wake up his father. Hugo! He also hears another familiar voice too, annoyingly close for his comfort. Eyes shot right open, he jerks up. Confused, Hugo looks around before he coughs up the remaining water in his lungs. Are you alright? Noel starts to pat his back while Colby continues to whine over Hugo. What happened? Where's Mortimer? He's safe. So is Nina. They're both okay. The police and the ambulance should be arriving soon. Thank goodness. Isn't there more you have to say to me? Instead of thank goodness? I swear you don't listen to a damn word I say! I'm sorry, no. Exhausted, he lets out a sigh. He then continues to pat Hugo's back aggressively when someone approaches him. Detective Laurent? Oh, Nina. There's someone I want you to meet. Behind her stands an elderly man. Frail in stature, he timidly leans to the side pensively as he ponders to himself. I don't know. I swear I'm not tripping. Like, I might be tripping, but I could have sworn I just heard like TV or some shit, like cartoons. That's why I jumped up like that, because I'm the only one in the house right now. Although his youth is long faded, his eyes are what catches Hugo's attention. They're no longer a piercing and vicious grin. Only eyes just like needles. Hello, Mr. Mortimer. Detective. I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. Always thought about it every day. What if we lived on in this world? What if you stayed a little longer with me? It's because of that constant mindset I dragged everyone down. And I kept hurting not only me, but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her. The one to blame for all this. But you, someone that I've never met, still went out of your way to save me. Not knowing my brothers were my faults. Thank you. Hugo reaches out to Henry and smiles brightly at him. It's my pleasure, sir. You did that shit, nigga. But before he lets go, Henry tugs at Hugo's hands one last time. That someday you too will overcome it. The next day. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early. Morning. With much fever and haste, Hugo resumes writing on his notepad. Although by closer inspection, it looks like he's going to combust any time. Or any minute. Are you writing up the report? Now looking up, Hugo responds back. Yeah, for the most part. You still need to write yours too. I will. But since I haven't had breakfast yet, and I don't like eating by myself. That food looks so fucking good still, nigga. Let me guess. 2 is better than 1. Bingo. Wow, Hugo, you're really catching on. I'm so proud of you. Shut it, will you? I swear, if only I hadn't fallen off from the goddamn window, maybe my report would have been shorter. Before Noah could begin to cut the bacon, he pauses at the mention of Hugo's report. Oh yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to Mortimer's window? Broke it. Well, that's obvious to me. What I don't understand is, why is it broken? Do you know how much it costs to repair a window like that? No, I know. It was really dumb of me. I'm sorry. Besides, I told Mr. Mortimer about it before we left. Honestly, I was expecting an earful from him. And also the bill. And surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. Lucky us, right? So what? Just called it the day after all of that? Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it. You pay for it. Would you chill? Of course I'll pay for it. But each time I keep insisting, he just shrugged it off. Said that we already went through a lot for them, so this was nothing in comparison. You know what? He's right. After all that we went through, we deserved at least a nap. But before he could walk away, he stops and sees a familiar person walking towards the storefront, carrying something with him. Good morning, you two. Just barely a foot through the door, a certain bloodhound stirs up from the resting spot and makes its way towards me, tail wagging uncontrollably. Good morning to you too, Colby. Nina scratches behind one of Colby's ears, making his right foot unconsciously move when he saw him, scratching an invisible but desirable spot for him. Good morning, Miss Nina. Morning. What brings you here this time of morning? Or this time around? Is everything alright with your grandfather? Yeah, he's doing pretty well actually. Even better than before. We talked so much last night I hardly slept at all. But honestly, it's been a while since I last felt him so freely like that. I hardly felt tired at all. It's wonderful to hear. But there is something else I wanted to ask the both of you for. To put it bluntly, I need your help. If you two aren't busy, I would like some company eating these. Inside a clear plastic bag are a sack of 2 boxes placed on top of one another. She opens the box on top and reveals the colorful array of neatly decorated donuts, all lined perfectly. No cramped or squished spaces. A work of art in Hugo's eyes. Wow. So pretty. Donuts! They look so delicious! We're more than happy to eat these with you, Nina. There he goes again with his donuts. But yeah, please join us, Miss Nina. We were about to have our breakfast too. Weren't we, Kuya? Always so brazen in front of others. You do make it exceptionally easy for me. You both have such great chemistry with each other. On second thought, I'm way too tired for this. I'm going to have to apologize in advance for this, Nina. But truthfully, I've been running on last night's coffee and I'm about to pass out in a minute. No worries. Honestly, I think a little break time sounds like what we all need right now. Thanks. Hugo puts down his pen and proceeds to head for the couch. Colby follows after. Would you like to join us, Miss Nina? Would love to. I guess we save these for later then. Yes, please do. Now come on, it's nap time. Noah sighs heavily before settling down the food on his desk. He then gestures Nina towards the sofa, in which she happily takes his offer and joins him. This nigga, this brown nigga gotta be, like, why he so close to bro? I'm getting old. I mean, you are old. Study. This is really nice. Good boy, Kobe. Come here. He quietly coos at him and begins to scratch at the back of Kobe's ears against him. Hugo leans a little closer to Noah, his voice above a whisper, but close enough for Noah to understand. Hold up. Phone call. Hi, YouTube. I'm back. I'm glad that you came along yesterday. Oh, what's this? Are you getting chummy with me now? Call it chummy or whatever, but I really mean it. You haven't saved us back then. Look, I told you before. I'll be there whenever you get yourself into reckless shit. Besides, didn't you say this was nap time? Get some rest. You deserved it. You too. Calming silence fills the room as they bask under the morning glow. No big parties or celebrations. Just each other's company is sharing a small reward. Small and warm comfort. Good in. Case closed. Hey. And that was still weather, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this game might not have been like the most overly interesting thing to like play or watch, I guess, maybe. But like, I like the plot. I like how driven it was, And it was like slightly choice based. Yeah, what's I about to say? This is more of a video that you watch at like nighttime. You trying to go to sleep, just throw this shit on in the background while you doze off slightly. My calming allure. You feel me? So like, yeah. Thank y'all boys and girls for watching. It's been your boy Cal, aka Activism. I'm not sure. I am sure, but the shares is low. No, it's been your boy Activism. And until next time, peace.